Hello, welcome to CadenCenter. It's time for another This Week in Sports. And since there is so much going on in the NBA, free agency trades, we're going to do all NBA today. And we will start with Blake Griffin re-signing with the Los Angeles Clippers for 5 years and $173 million. Obviously, as I'll talk about a little later, Chris Paul is no longer with the team. They have Patrick Beverley and Lou Williams now. So it's going to be interesting. Blake stayed, which really saved the Clippers from a complete meltdown. I think Blake will start taking over even more if he does not get injured again or anything bad happens, which has been happening. Little funny story, I just found out. Clippers employees wore shirts comparing Blake Griffin to historical figures for the free agency meeting. You can look it up to see the picture, but the shirt showed Obama, MLK, and other iconic figures I thought was really funny, and then obviously that must have worked for Blake to re-sign with the Clippers. And the Clippers obviously will fall off a little bit here because no one can really replace Chris Paul. But we'll see what they can do. They might be able to stay a playoff team. As we move on to a stunning and disappointing trade, if you're a Laker fan, Paul George goes to the Thunder in a stunning deal. So obviously for Victor Oladipo, and Paul George is getting paid less than Victor Oladipo. Paul George is a top 10 player, but he's getting played less than a usual role player, but a starter on an Oklahoma City type team. So now, instead of Russell Westbrook and Kevin Durant, we have Russell Westbrook and PG-13. And I really think this duo will dominate. They both have personalities, they love to get into the game, get aggressive. So I think this will be good. On the Lakers side, if you're a Laker fan, I'm really disappointed. I wanted PG-13, but I think I'm happy for Russell Westbrook after losing KD and everything he's went through, winning MVP. Congrats to him. I think this is great. And Paul George, He just got his career, bumped up again. Even though he's top 10, he can really accelerate with Russell Westbrook. As we move on to, like I said, Chris Paul goes to the Houston Rockets for Lou Williams, Sam Decker, and Patrick Beverley, the lockdown defender. The Houston Rockets just got really good. Chris Paul at point guard, saying he runs point guard because I don't think Chris Paul can play the two. James Harden shooting guard like it was last season. This could be a dominant team. Obviously, maybe they'll have to get one more star, maybe a decent role player, a good six-man, obviously after losing Lou Williams. But I think this is a great trade. Obviously, the Clippers, they hung on to something to possibly stay a playoff team, in my opinion, which really was important. But CP3 and James Harden, that is one heck of a duo. Obviously, they both need the ball. Chris needs the ball to dish out 10 assists a game. Harden needs the ball to score 25-plus a game. So it'll be interesting how they spread that out. I'm expecting Harden's numbers to go up even more, but his assists go down and Chris's go way up. So that's really interesting, and I really love that trade. And finally, we move on to the Golden State Warriors. It's not a trade, but it is a signing. 5 years, $201 million to Stephen Curry. Stephen Curry, I believe he deserves it. I'm not a big Warriors fan, but I definitely believe he deserves it. Obviously, with Kevin Durant, he dominated even more this year. Obviously, we'll have to see now. What's Kevin Durant going to do? If he opts out, he's going to have to take a pay cut if he wants to stay with this Warriors team and not have to give up Klay Thompson, Draymond Green in future years. So I think this is great for now. They can go one more year with this super team. Then it comes down to, will someone pull a Dwayne Wade and take less money to win more rings? It'll all come down to that. Obviously, players, they want money. And I thought this was interesting. LeBron James tweets, Steph Curry should be signed $400 million for 5 years because there should be no salary cap. Unfortunately, there is a salary cap, so no teams get too stacked. Obviously, this team is already stacked. But besides that, it's a great deal for the Warriors. They've secured Curry for another 5 years, keep him in his prime so no other team can swoop him up. For the league, obviously, they have no chance now. Kevin Durant is the big piece now when you're talking about the Warriors. Pay cut, maybe. Opt in and have to give up a lot of bench players. So we'll see. Maybe the Warriors have to make a couple trades, move stuff around. We'll see. So, yeah, that's all for This Week in Sports. Thanks for watching.